Hello, all the subscribers here. We are going to go to negative number part 3. As we know, we have already done for negative number part 1, negative number part 2, and this one is part 3. I hope you enjoy this video, and please comment in the column below, or if you wanna know the next video, please subscribe my channel R3S. Well, here we go for the next slide. Negative number part 3. Review. Why review? Because we have studied for the two part ago, a week ago, part 1 and part 2. So this is the review for subtracting involving negative numbers and addition involving negative numbers. Before we continue to the next part, I want to check your understanding, how far you understand already about the previous lesson. Now what about this? Number 1, negative 50 subtract 25. Yes, the answer is negative 75. What about number 2, negative 40 plus 3? Who can answer this? Yeah, exactly correct. Negative 37. Number 3, 40 subtract in the bracket negative 35. Yes, since we know that subtraction or negative mid in the bracket negative should be positive, so 40 plus 35 equals to 75. Yeah. What about number 4, 50 plus in the bracket 12, negative 12. Yes, as we know, plus mid negative in the bracket should be negative, so 50 plus in the bracket negative 12, same with 50 subtract 12 equal to 38. Well, the last is 5, the last is negative 3 subtract negative 8. Who can answer this? Yes, you are correct. Since negative mid in the bracket negative should be positive, so negative 3 plus 8 equals to 5 positive. Yes, you are correct. Here we go. Now this is the new lesson. Before we already studied about addition and subtraction, and this one is multiplication involving negative number. For the multiplication involving negative number, we will study about multiply a negative number to a positive number, and then we will study how to multiply a negative number to another negative number. Key concept, as usual, I'm gonna show to you the key concept before you do the next exercise, or before you do your working how to find the result of multiplication. You have to study about the key concept. The key concept of today is the product of a positive number and a negative number is a negative number. If you find a positive number and a negative number in a question, it should be a negative number. This one is the concept. Negative multiply positive equals to negative. Yeah, again, negative multiply positive equals to negative. The second concept is the product of a negative number and another negative number is a positive number. Means if you find the number is negative, multiply another negative number should be positive of the result. This one is the concept. If negative meet or negative multiply negative should be positive. Now here we go for the example. For number 1, 2 multiply or times negative 5 equals to 2 group of negative 5. Again, 2 times negative 5 equals to 2 group of negative 5. 2 times negative 5 equals to negative 5 plus negative 5. So 2 times negative 5 equals to negative 10. Why this one is negative? Again, if positive number multiply negative number, it should be negative, as you saw the concept in the previous one. So positive 2 times negative 5 should be negative 10. For number 2, 6 negative 6 times or multiply negative 2 equal to 6 groups of 2. Negative 6 multiply negative 2, same with 2 plus 2 as many as 6 times. Why this one is positive? Do you still remember about the key concept? If negative meet negative, for the multiply should be positive. Yeah, if negative multiply negative, the result should be positive. So this one is positive because negative multiply negative, and so negative 6 multiply negative 2 equals to negative 12. Practice in gather. Okay, now you can practice. What about number 1? 2 times negative 8 in the bracket. 2 times negative in the bracket 8 equals to, since positive meet negative, for the multiply should be negative, so 2 times negative 8 equals to negative 16. Yeah, why negative here? Why negative 16? Because positive meet negative. Number 2, negative x multiply negative 6. I tell to you based on the concept, the key concept. Negative meet negative, for the multiply should be positive. So we already know positive, and please multiply 8 to 6. How much? Yes, exactly 48 positive. What about number 3? Negative 9 multiply 7. Based on the concept, the key concept, if negative meet positive should be negative, so negative 9 times 7, yes, negative 63. Before we continue to the next example, I remind you, you have to memorize the key concept, how to find the result if there is negative and positive. Yeah, again I tell to you, please memorize the key concept. What about negative meet positive? You can memorize, if negative meet positive, for the multiply should be negative, and positive multiply positive, exactly positive, and negative multiply negative, exactly positive, and positive multiply negative should be negative. Yes, again you have to memorize the key concept. Now we go to number 4, negative 1 times 0. Negative 1 times 0. As you know, if 0 multiply whatever the number, the result should be 0. So negative 1 times 0 should be negative, should be 0, not negative 1 or negative 0, but 0. And the last is fill in the blank. 6 multiply blah 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 equals to negative 18. How can you find this one? Yes, negative 18. You can switch negative 18 blah 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 equals to negative 18 divided by 6. So the answer is negative 3. Why negative 3? Because negative mean positive. Yeah. After this, I have to explain you about the key concept of division. This one is division. Well, now here we go for division involving negative number. For the division involving negative number, you can study how to divide a negative number by a positive number, and you can study how to divide a negative number by another negative number. As usual, when a negative number is divided by a positive number, the question is negative. This is the key concept. Negative is divided by positive equals negative. Then, when a negative number is divided by another negative number, the question is positive. The key concept is negative is divided by negative equals positive. So this is the example. Here we go. Number 1, negative 12 is divided by 3. Read, negative 12 is divided by 3. Put negative 1 as many as 12 times. Yes, after that you can divide in the same number, in the same total. So for negative 12 as many as 3 column, put the 3 column, yeah, and divide it one by one until they are in the same total. Put negative 1, negative 1, negative 1 until negative 1 finish. So you can find that the total of negative 1 here divided into 3 groups. So negative 3 divided by 3 group equals to 4 members. Yeah, every group contains of 4 members. So negative 12 divided by 3 groups equals to negative 4. Yeah, why negative? Because negative means positive should be negative. Yeah, so negative 12 divided by 3 is divided by 3 equals to negative 4. What about number 2? Negative 18 is divided by negative 3. Okay, put negative 1 as many as 18 times and put 3 columns, because this one is 3, right? Negative 18 is divided by 3, so put 3 column or 3 groups. For the first one, put 1 time, put 1 as many as 18 times. So then why this one is positive, not negative? Because negative made negative should be positive, so 1 here should be positive 18 times. After that, you can divide this number, this 1, into 3 group. You have to put with the same total. Yeah, put one by one until this one finish. So after that you can count the members, the member inside of every column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every column or every group contains of 6 number, 6 total. So negative 18 is divided by negative 3 equals to 6 positive. Now practice in gather. What about number 1? Negative 24 is divided by, in the bracket, negative 8. As we know, since negative meet negative should be positive, so 24 divided by A is divided by A equals to 3 positive. Yes, correct. What about this? Fill in the blank. Negative 32 is divided by blah 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 equals negative 8. Blah 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 equals negative 38 is divided by negative 8. Since negative meet negative should be positive, so 32 is divided by A equals to 4 positive. Number 3, negative 9 is divided by 3. Have a look to this one. This is negative meet positive. The result should be should be negative. So negative 9 is divided by 3 equals to negative 3. Yes, you are correct. And number 4, negative 1 is divided by 1. As we know, if negative meet positive, should be negative. So negative 1 is divided by 1 equals to negative 1. The last one, negative 1 is divided by in the bracket negative 1. As we know, since negative meet negative in the bracket should be positive, so 1 is divided by 1 equals 1. Okay, next week you are going to conduct math worksheet 1. And thank you for now. I hope you enjoy this video, and please subscribe and like this video to support my enthusiasm to do or to make another math video. Okay, thank you and see you for now.